You're welcome to today's news on the KBJ Business Journal. My name is Rahel Uredo Upuku. Please stay tuned. In our headline story today, Nigeria's Supreme Court has overturned a judgment by a lower court that dropped terrorism charges against separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu, ruling that trial on the charges should continue. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, a group which campaigned for the creation of an independent state in southeastern Nigeria. He was originally arrested in 2015 on treason and terrorism charges. He fled from Nigeria after being granted bail in 2017. He was later arrested in Kenya in 2021, extradited to Nigeria and charged with terrorism. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja last year held that how Kanu was renditioned to the country violated the Nigeria's extradition treaty and was also a breach of his fundamental human rights. The appellate court also struck out the terrorism charges filed against Kanu by the Nigerian government and ordered his release from detention. A five-member panel of the Supreme Court agreed that Mr. Kanu's forcible repatriation from Kenya to Nigeria is illegal. However, it ruled that there is no Nigerian law that prohibits the use of illegally obtained evidence for the trial of a defendant, stating that evidence illegally obtained is valid before the court. The government has submitted an appeal to extend his detention till a new date is set for the continuation of his trial, arguing that Mr. Kanu poses a flight risk and security threat. Moving on, the Court of Justice of the Economic Community of West African States has ordered the immediate release of Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum, who has been held captive since the coup that overthrew him on July 26. The judge in his ruling said it is Mohamed Bazoum who represents the state of Niger and remains President of the Republic. The court also asked that Mohamed Bazoum, who has been held in his presidential residence with his wife and the son since he was overthrown, be reinstated in his position. In September, Bazoum appealed to the ECOWAS Court of Justice for his release and the restoration of constitutional order in the country. In other news, the Niger's military leaders have agreed a plan for restoration to democratic rule, which will be presented to the regional bloc ECOWAS for approval. Now, the former Zambian president, Edgar Lungu, has filed a legal challenge against the government to reinstate and provide for his full retirement benefits and privileges. His lawyers argue that Lungu served as Zambia's president and that the benefits accrued to him because of that principle. Last month, the ex-president was stripped of his retirement benefits and privileges following his decision to return to active politics. Through his lawyers, he described the government's decision as an infringement of his fundamental rights. As retired president, he had enjoyed a range of privileges, including 3 security officers, a diplomatic passport, 3 state cars, a furnished house, medical insurance, and funeral expenses upon his death. He also benefited from immunity from persecution. However, these privileges have now been rescinded and he will be treated in accordance with the quality of the law.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel KBJ Business Journal TV and press the notification bell to stay updated always.